good day to stay on. Now's your chance.
Hey everyone, Jack Reeve here, TalkNorwichCity. Review time. Millwall 3, Norwich City 4. Wow, what a game. That was one of the most enjoyable / nerve-wracking / just unbelievable games I've been to ever, I think. I don't think I've heard Carrow that noisy and erupt like it did since Simeon Jackson's goal against Derby. That was something really quite special. Before the game, I was saying to my good friend Jez from Bez, the legend, and my mother, you know, I'm going into this game thinking we're going to draw again, not really based off any logic, just because it feels like this run is going to come to an end eventually. And Millwall, they've struggled a little bit this season, their away form's been poor, and it just felt like a bit of an along come Norwich kind of thing that they'd turn up and win today, and it looked like they were going to. I was very, very impressed with Millwall actually first half. Wallace was really quick and getting in between the lines, and Gregory led the line nicely, and Tommy Elliott, who I watched a lot of when he was at Cambridge, you know what you're going to get out of him, and it was a well-worked set piece that put us behind. And I was looking at us and I was thinking, have we got it in us to get back into it? I haven't watched any of the goals back, and I can't really remember who scored the goals, to be honest. It was all a bit of a blur, so don't take any of this information literally, because I've probably got all of it wrong. But this is just my opinion. And then we got I thought we'd got the equaliser when Zimmerman smashed it home. Apparently it wasn't offside. It doesn't really matter now. I would be surprised if he was offside, considering Millwall were defending a set piece and they didn't really come out too quickly. But anyway, that was disallowed. Go into half time, 1-0 down. You think, right, shooting towards the Barclay, we're really going to have to be up for this now, because Millwall are going to sit a little deeper than they were. They were quite free-flowing first half. We didn't quite click into gear. And that second half, I mean, you can try and name me a better half of Championship football this season. I doubt you'll be able to. Just astonishing. 6 goals in that second half, and 3 of them pretty much in the last, or in stoppage time. We get back into it. Timu Pukki, it was a wonderful piece of work from Hernandez down that left-hand side. It was very reminiscent of our first goal at Sheffield Wednesday last week, when Hernandez did really well to keep it in. Stiepman bombing down the wing. I saw a stat that Connor Southwell put out yesterday that said we're delivering more crosses into the box now than we were last season. That was a thing that Stuart Webber and Daniel Farke really wanted to work on. We're doing that, and we're doing well at it. We're scoring goals from it, which is really good to see. Pukki gets it, then we get a penalty, and we all turn around to each other and go, no, we've got the penalty. That should not be the reaction when you get awarded a penalty, one of disgust. I don't actually think it was a penalty. It seemed harsh on Millwall, and the officiating today was poor for both teams, it must be said. Pukki steps up, misses it, another pretty poor penalty. I don't get why. There's only one player I've ever seen manage the stuttered run up well, and I think that's Eden Hazard. Everyone else fluffs it. Pukki did it today. You know, thankfully, the 4 games where we have missed penalties, we've gone on to win, which is astonishing. But you know, we need to find a penalty taker that will score them, because it's unbelievable at the moment. We're getting a lot of penalties as well, which is good. It shows that we're in the box a lot with the football at our feet. Then we get the second goal, an absolute howitzer from Maurice Leitner. He struck it so sweetly, and he deserved the goal today. Millwall then scored 2 goals, not overly sure what happened. There was a lot of sort of ruckus going on with the Millwall fans. A cameraman got kicked out. I'm not overly sure why. They were slightly heavy-handed on him, but we'll leave that to the officiating bodies. Yeah, it was all getting a bit raucous, so I didn't really see what went on. I think Gregory scored one of them. It was poor defending. I know Tim Krul was, well, a few people were saying he was at fault, but I'm going to stick up for Tim Krul here. I know, shock. I don't really think you can blame him for that. Was it the 3rd Millwall goal where he chucks it out? He was constantly looking to get us on the front foot. I don't think you can blame a goalkeeper for that. His head would have been all over the shop, as everyone's was. They go behind, you think, oh God, you know, it's one of those days, and we were only going to be on cloud 9 for a certain amount of time. We score a third. Jordan Rhodes, I haven't looked at it back. It looked about 57 yards offside to me, but we'll take it. I don't think that linesman was going to give Millwall the benefit of the doubt, considering the abuse he was receiving in that second half from the fans he was standing right in front of. And then Carrow Road erupts into a concoction of limbs and flying bodies, and my mother, bless her, fell in the week and I think she's broken a rib. It might just be bruised. I'll say it's just bruised. I lifted her up and kind of held her into the sky, and that was a beautiful feeling. But I don't think it helped the rib at all. And yeah, it was just unbelievable. Timu Pukki with that goal, and there's something about this Norwich City squad really quite special, and you know, that when you go 3-2 behind and it's the 90th minute, you expect to lose the game. But we just dug deep, and the thing that impressed me most with that Norwich City performance today is we stuck to what we believe in. We stuck to our game plan and we never shifted from it. Even in the 94th minute when the fans are crying for the ball to be chucked forward, Close was passing out from the back, Zimmerman was passing out from the back, but with urgency. There was urgency certainly about us, and that led to the goal. I'm really looking forward to watching the highlights back, because as I've said, this has absolutely no factual benefit to you guys at all. But let me tell you, the lead up to the third and the fourth goal was Fark ball, if you want to call it that. It was really nice, and I thought Buendia had one of his better games today. Defensively, we were all over the shop. I'm not going to get too caught up about that. You know, Max, Jamal, go put your feet up in Tampa, lads, for a couple of weeks, and you know, chill out in that Floridian sun. Timu Pukki is brilliant. The first goal was instinctual, the second goal was cool. Jordan Rhodes comes on and scores. When you've got two strikers in such a rich vein of form, it's so pleasing, and we've missed that for so long, haven't we? The last time we had it was with Grab and Hooper and Jerome. You know what happened that season. So, look, I'm still not going to get too carried away. There's certainly flaws in this side, but when you've got a spirit like this, you know, there's not going to be many teams who will beat us. We're certainly going to lose more games this season, but at the moment, what's that? 5 wins in a row now in the league. The first time we've ever scored 4 second half league goals ever in Norwich City club history in back-to-back games. So there's something nice going on here at Norwich City, and we go into the international break. At the moment, top of the table. That might change. I think Leeds are losing at the moment, actually. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, enjoy this while you can, because that was something extraordinary today, and you won't be seeing anything like that anytime soon. I can assure you of that. Have a lovely weekend, my friends, and I'll see you next week. Ciao.